What's up, guys? It's your girl Penny here, and it is June 15th, 2020, and I have decided to legally change my name. This is something that has been on my mind for so long. Okay, it's been a long time, and I don't know, I've just been, maybe I don't need to do it, maybe it's just not that serious, people already call me Penny. My legal first name is not Penny, it is Jasmine. My mother named me Jasmine, Jazzmin. It feels disgusting to even say. That name is not me, okay? Whenever I was a kid, I remember envisioning myself growing up and going into business meetings and just conducting myself in everyday life and introducing myself and being like, Jasmine. I don't feel that for myself. I don't feel that. No, it feels like kind of childish to me. Maybe it's the way it's spelled. I don't know. I hate the name Jasmine. So I go by Penny. Where did Penny come from? Whenever I was in it was either middle school or high school. I was really into Twitter at that point in my life. Twitter was hot. It was the stuff. And I changed my name to Penny Proud, like Penny from the Proud family. And sometimes people would call me Penny, but for the most part, people were like, well, we're not calling you Penny. So it didn't stick. But I really liked that name. I was like, that's a good name. I like that. I feel like that's a name you're going to remember. I feel like that's a name that fits me. I just liked it. I just loved it. And now that I am in a place where I don't mind using my voice and I don't mind speaking up for myself, I'm just like, okay, there are still people who do not respect the fact that I go by the name Penny, because my ID or my driver's license still says Jasmine. When I apply for a job, I still have to put Jasmine. When I'm signing serious papers, I still have to put Jasmine. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, that anybody in the world calls me Jasmine, because sometimes the situation is unavoidable. It's just Jasmine and that's just what it is. But I want to make that not a thing at all. So yesterday I went ahead and I just started doing some research on how to really get this done. And I saw that I needed to go to the pathonetary's office. So I called my mom to see where that was at. And she was like, maybe you can get it online, call them, whatever. And it was crazy because I didn't know how to tell my mom that I was legally changing my name. But she's nosy. And she's like, so what are you going to the pathonetary's office for? And at first I was like, oh, I just gotta grab a paper. And then she asked again, and I was like, I'm getting my name legally changed, Mom. Just so you know, Jasmine will no longer exist. It's not like she doesn't know I go by Penny, but I think she thought it was just a work thing or a business thing or something, and it's not. So, sorry, Mom. Anyway, I called in and they said that I can get online and print out the form. I don't know what's all up in this form, if it's just a piece of paper. I seriously have no idea. But I'm about to go home, print that out. Then I'm going to file a petition with the courts to get my name changed, which is going to cost me some money, but it's okay. It's okay. Maybe it might not be that expensive. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm gonna go now. I'm just pulled over in the Walmart parking lot. I didn't even go into Walmart. I literally drove here just to vlog this. I got online and I found the forms. This is the petition for change of name. This is the order of publication, which I only fill out my name here, and then the rest is for the judge. And then I have a cover sheet here, which all states don't require. I'm not even sure if Pennsylvania does or not, but had one, so I printed it out just to be safe. And I'm going to go file them tomorrow. It's going to be $110. I called the pathonetary's office and she let me know So actually a lot less money than I planned on spending. My hair looks much better today because I actually took the time to do it today, but that is neither here nor there. I just went down to the pathonetary's office, which is just in the courthouse, guys. I don't know why they don't just say that, but I'm letting you know it's in the courthouse. I went down there, filed the petition. It was $110 exactly, just like she told me on the phone. So now what happens is I have to go get my fingerprints done. They're going to run like a background search on me or whatever. I have this card that she was very specific with me not to bend, so I am not going to bend it. Just kidding, just kidding. I take it back to the pathonetary's office. She sends it to the capital, which would be Harrisburg for Pennsylvania. Then 2 weeks later, it comes back to her, and you know, if everything is all good, I get to petition the court for a hearing. So I guess I'm going to go get my fingerprints done now. And this should be fun. Day 3 of the madness. Today I went and got my fingerprints done. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I was so hungry and tired that I literally ate and I went home and slept for like ever. So had to get back on the train today. But the card that I mentioned to you guys, wait just a second, for my fingerprints, which I would have known yesterday if I had just looked at it, but again, I was hungry and tired, so I did not look. But yes, this card that she told me not to bend is for my fingerprints. I just went and got that done at the police barracks, and it should have cost $25. Okay, so if anyone out there plans on getting their name changed whenever you go to get your fingerprints, it costs $25. Unless you have an attorney, which I didn't even know getting an attorney to get your name changed was a thing. I literally had no idea. But apparently, if you get an attorney, they will give you a card so that you don't have to pay the $25. I mean, to me, I feel like I'm going to take the L on the $25 rather than paying for a lawyer if it's not necessary, which in my situation, I don't feel that getting a lawyer is necessary. So I'm actually glad I didn't know that until right now, because that actually would have slowed the process down. But anyways, I didn't have to pay the $25 because when I first went in, there was a cop there and he told me about the $25 and he said that I needed a money order. So I went to get a money order, which took so much longer than it should have. When I got back, there was another cop there who I have met a few times. Like, he's related to someone that I know. So he's like, okay, I'm just going to do it for you. Don't worry about the money order. Don't fill it out. I was like, okay. But then he ended up leaving. So another cop did my fingerprints. And I'm like, I'm just not going to say anything. Like, whatever. So after he did my fingerprints, he's like, you know, it usually costs $25. So he went to check with whoever. And then whoever he checked with, they both came out and they were like, you've already paid $110 for this. You also waited here for like 2 hours because someone went to jail in the middle of me waiting to get my fingerprints done. So that delayed the process. So I was there for like 2 hours. This all took so long. I thought I was going to be able to get my fingerprints to the pathonetary's office today, but it's like 5 o'clock right now, so they're closed. We are 4 days in on this journey, and I just realized while editing that I've been saying pathonetary wrong. It's prothonetary. There is an R in that word, but I have not been pronouncing it because I am from southwestern Pennsylvania and we make up our own words, damn it. Anyway, it is June 18th today and I just sent my fingerprints off. So what happens from this point forward? The pathonetary's office sends my fingerprints to Harrisburg, and then they receive a copy and I also receive a copy of whatever the report says. From there, I file a motion to go to court, and then I will be scheduled a hearing date, and then my name will be changed. It is July 11th today. That is the date. And I definitely just came to my car to vlog this because I feel like I just have to keep going with the theme. I'm in the car the entire time, so I feel like I gotta continue that. And there's paint on me. Don't mind that. I'm painting my house, and also just trying to show you guys, like, don't my nails look good? After so many days of waiting, it's been like, I don't know, a little over 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I've been waiting to, hear back about my background check. I knew everything was going to be fine with my background check, but like, this is a part of the process, and I'm like, come on, we can't move forward until this happens. So anyways, got a letter from the Prothonotari's office today, the Prothonotari's office, saying that, I'm not a criminal, and my fingerprints have been destroyed. And I'm like, what does that mean? And I don't feel like a human anymore. It's starting to feel really weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to feel like extremely weird. I feel like a piece of me is seriously like dying. Like, and I'm kind of excited about it. I feel like Jasmine is so toxic, and she's just bad juju and just not who I am. And I really don't know how else to explain that. I really don't. Jasmine and Penny are seriously not the same person. And anyone who has met both of them can verify that. They're not the same person. And I'm really starting to just realize, like, hey, dude, Penny is not a nickname anymore. It's legally your name. And, like, everyone calls me Penny now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so weird. It's an adjustment for me, too. I thought it was going to be super easy, which it's not like hard. I don't want to make it like it's a hard thing to do. It's just like weird now because I think it just feels so much more real, and like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. This is really going to be my name, and I really created this for myself. So it's kind of just a lot to take in, to be quite frank, but I'm having a moment right now. So I'm going to go. I think it's for the best for everyone if I go and just continue painting my house. Just wanted to catch you guys up. Bye. All right. It's July 13th, and I am so fucking frustrated right now. I am genuinely so frustrated right now. First of all, it's hot as fuck out here. Okay? That's first and foremost. And secondly, I got my stuff back saying, my fingerprints were clear or whatever. So I called the Prothonotari's office, and I'm like, hey, wondering what else I need to do for this process. They asked me my name, give them my information. They're like, okay, you need to file a motion to go to court or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so how do I do that? They're like, get online, look at these forms. Okay, I'm frustrated now. At this point in the story, I was not yet frustrated. They're like, get online, find the forms. We don't have any forms or something, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. So I'm like Googling these forms. There's nothing saying anything at all about this form. So I find something that is like, okay, this might work. This might work. I have a blank. Hold on. So these came from like Law Depot or whatever. Law Depot. Which they advertise to be free, but you have to sign up for a subscription. So I signed up and then canceled it as soon as I printed these forms. But anyway, this blank form, which, here you're supposed to put like why you want whatever you want done, like why you want to go to court, and basically what you want the ruling to be. And so I don't understand why this was not good enough, but whatever. So I go down here and I'm like, okay, hopefully these are the right papers because they're not helping me. And for some reason, this part of the process is not on anything online, like nothing. So I get down here, I'm like, here are my forms. And what annoyed me was that she was like really trying to tell me, like I didn't just call. Okay, so I probably didn't talk to her, but she gonna try to tell me there's nothing for a name change. I'm like, yeah, there is. She's like, no, you need to go through a whole process. Like, you're skipping steps. Like, basically getting smart. Like, you're skipping steps. You need to file a petition, get your fingerprints done. And like, I'm trying to tell her, I did that already. And she is very adamant on there is no one getting a name change right now. I'm like, bitch. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. But I'm trying to remain calm because she's getting on my nerves. So anyways, I'm like, yeah, there's a name change, you know, blah, blah, blah. I did all that already. Like, I'm past that point in the process. She's like, what is your name? She goes, grabs some piece of paper. Like, I don't know what she prints out. She's like, yeah, no, I don't see it on here. I'm like, J-A-Z-Z. Which I tried to tell her in the first place, but she had to act like she knew how to spell my name. I'm like, J-A-Z-Z. She goes back, she's like, oh yeah, gives me a piece of paper. She's like, okay, so basically you need to go up to the law library. She never even looked at my papers. Like, I took time, so much time, looking for these fucking papers. She never even looked at them. She's like, whatever it is, like, it's wrong, basically. It's like, you need to go up to the law library and look at some examples and figure out how to file this, blah, blah, blah. So, whatever. Apparently the law library is on the second floor. Now, by this point, I'm irritated. And it's mostly because of her customer service, her very bad customer service, okay? So when I get to the floor that the law library is on, there are so many people there. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this today. I'm hungry. It's hot. I have leggings on, okay? Leggings. And I live in Pennsylvania, so know that it's hot as fuck right now. Like, know that it's hot as fuck. So this heat, my hunger, and your attitude, not gonna mix. All these people, not gonna mix. So I'm going to get up at early as fuck o'clock to come down here, go to the law library, figure out how to file a motion, and then I'm gonna go home to come back here and hopefully get it right this time, and hopefully I can go to court soon and this can be over, because if I gotta deal with old ladies with bad attitudes like that another time, I'm gonna lose it. But okay, I'm gonna squeeze out of this parking spot. Look at this, bro. I mean, there is enough room, but why would you do that? Why are you annoying? I don't get it. All right, it's like a week later now, because she had me that mad that I just really had to take a break from the process. So today, it's like July 20 something. I don't know the date anymore. But anyways, I just went down to the law library. And I'm even more mad than I was last time I was here at the courthouse, because they gave me an example paper of like what my motion should look like for court. I had to pay $0.25 for this piece of paper. $0.25. You know, obviously I have to modify this for my needs, but they give me this paper, and legit, I took this same thing in the other day. This is what makes me mad. I obviously had it all modified and things like that, and there may be like 2 things that I needed to adjust on the one that I had, but you know what? It's fine, because I have time to make myself sound a little bit more educated and make sure that my name gets changed. Dude, I'm sweating. I am sweating. My lip is sweating right now. Oh my gosh, because it's hot as fuck in Pennsylvania. It's like 9 a.m., maybe 10. No, I think it's like 10 in the morning right now, and it's literally 82 degrees. So I'm going back home to the air conditioner. It is later in the day now, and about 10 degrees hotter than it was a few hours ago. And I finally just got my motion finished. I typed it up. I used the example, and I also found some information on the internet that just gave you a few ways to word things a little bit better. So I combined the 2 of those and came up with my motion. So now I'm headed back down to the Prothonotari's office to hopefully not be turned away this time because it looks good and it feels good. So I hope it is good. And I came prepared, all right? I've got an original, a copy of the original, the example in case they try to reject me, because you told me go to the law library and I did, and this is what they gave me. And then I have proof that my fingerprints were done, which is a letter that I got in the mail. So nobody better come for me today because I'm prepared, all right? I know what I'm talking about this time. Super exciting news, you guys. So I did have to fill out another form. It was basically a form of representation, like if you have a lawyer, if you don't, blah, blah, blah. I don't have one, so I just filled it out, put self, was representing, whatever. So court is on Thursday, July 23rd at 9 a.m. I get a notice in the mail of like my approval. We're just going to say approval because it's approved. And yeah, I guess that's what happened. So I see why there was so much tension and just like animosity and friction this last week or so in this process, because I was so close to the finish line. So now we wait for the notice in the mail. It is August 31st today. Okay, it's August 31st. And so last time I talked to you guys, I told you I was waiting on a notice in the mail of like my approval or whatever. So apparently the notice in the mail I was waiting for was another court date. So clearly I'm not familiar with the court system at all. Whatever. So I got a letter in the mail a few weeks ago saying that I have court on September 1st, 2020 at 9:30 in the morning. Okay, so this is the hearing to get my name changed. Now, I was really nervous about this hearing, but I'm actually not that nervous now because I got on YouTube and I watched a video of a guy who changed his name to Nobody. And I was like, okay, yeah, if he's changing his name to Nobody, I can definitely change my name to Penny. And it was really like, honestly, pretty simple questions that the judge was asking. So I was like, okay, yeah, totally doable. So I'm actually not that nervous about going to the actual hearing, but I am super nervous about changing my name. Not nervous in a bad way. I'm nervous in a good way. Literally, my entire life is changing. My life is so different from the beginning of this journey. Like, just look at me and like how I look right now. And I didn't look like this at the beginning of this journey. I had so many different things, and now it's just like everything that was related to Jasmine and like connected to Jasmine, aside from my family. You know, I can't change my family, and I don't want to. I mean, like, friends-wise, you know, ways of thinking, ways of doing, ways of being, it's all dead. Like, literally, it's all dead. There is nothing related to Jasmine. I had a cat, you guys. I had a cat when this process started. And I had a feeling that everything was going to change, like, everything. But now I don't even have a cat. Like, my cat ran away. And I have a dog now. So now literally everything in my life and everything that I'm striving for, going for, like, it's all Penny. It's all Penny. And I'm just in such a good freaking place right now. I really am. But it's crazy that this piece of me is dying. I never thought I would be living a life of freedom and of like, you know, this is what I want to do, so I'm going to do it. And this is what resonates with me, and so I'm going to do it. You know, and like not having the identity crisis of Jasmine and Penny anymore, and not like being Penny in public and going home and being Jasmine and dealing with Jasmine's issues. Like, I dealt with everything that I needed to so I could move forward freely in my new life. And I'm just so freaking excited, you guys. I feel like it's going to be amazing. I think the life of Penny is going to be so good. And I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. Okay. I think that's all I had to say. I just got out of court. It is 9:43 in the morning. So court was literally, it wasn't even 13 minutes long because I waited for about 5 minutes. So court was super short. She asked me like 4 questions. She asked me my date of birth like 85 times. So make sure you know when you were born. Anyway, I'm so excited because my name change was, my name change was approved, guys. My name is officially Penny. It is officially Penny. I don't even know how I feel right now. Like, I feel crazy and excited, and I don't know. I feel a lot of things. I'm really glad that this is finally a thing, though. Like, when she said it, I was like, finally my name is Penny. It's been a very long time of that awkward, like, when people are like, what is your name? And like, Japenny? Does that work? But now it's like, my name is Penny, which I usually say, but sometimes when it depends who I'm talking to, I'm like, do I want to say Jasmine or do I want to say Penny? I don't know. So I'm just very excited that this identity crisis I've been going through is over. In 2 days, I'm going to pick up an order of publication from the Prothonotari's office saying that from today forward, my name is Penny Johnson. That makes me so excited. And then I just get a new driver's license, birth certificate, and you know, that's that. But my name is now officially Penny. I can't believe you guys stayed here this long for me to just say, yeah, my name is Penny. You must really like me. Aww. Okay. All right, I'm in a great mood, but I gotta go handle a few things before I can go home and really like rejoice in my victory. But I'm gonna rejoice on the ride. Like, hey, excuse me, do you need to know my name? My name is Penny. Excuse me, my name is Penny. Penny. Don't get it confused. Like, I've been going by Penny. It's just like a thing now. I feel so like in line with myself, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm in line and in tune with myself, and for that I'm very appreciative. But if I don't get off here now, I'm gonna go on a really long rant and be super emotional. So I'm gonna go, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next vlog. Thanks for staying this whole time just to hear me say my name is Penny. Bye.